back to another video, everyone. Today I'm out here at Valley Forge National Park, and today I'm going to show you guys a perfect little kit. Not super cheap lures, but lures that are a not so expensive price. So today I've made you guys a perfect little trout kit for stock trout. So, got this little kit. So to start, I always like bringing a pack of trout magnets. Any natural color like green, white, or gray works. Those you can get for about, I think, like $2 to $3, and it comes with 2 jig heads. Down here I have this little Panther Martin. Now, this is the lighter Panther Martin. I like to carry a light one on me because it can be very good for when only the little trout are biting. Really any color works, but natural is better, I think. I just have a little black one here, black and yellow. Those are a little more expensive. They are around $6 each. Could be different depending on size. Now here I have a white rooster tail spinner. Different brand spinner, very good. The white is the one I recommend for this brand. It's a great lure. It's cheaper than the Panther Martin. These ones are more $3 to $4. And then lastly, my favorite lures. Now these guys are $7 each. One would work, a natural one, but I like to keep a darker one with me, just in case the creek is muddy. Today it's clear, so I'd be using this one. These are kind of go-to. These are a little faster, so better when the trout are more aggressive, but also very good in current and in faster, muddier water. Spinners work pretty much anywhere, and pretty much anywhere. The trout magnets are for when it gets really tough and when you have to work it really slow. And yeah, so that's a not too expensive. So that, I think it's less than $30 right there. So for those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different lures, it's quite a good deal. And that's pretty much all you really need. That's like a basic kit. Very good price for these lures. And I'm pretty sure these boxes are only like $5 still. I'm pretty sure you can get them at Bass Pro. They're a great box that holds these lures perfectly. And those are pretty much the essential lures that you'll need to catch a wild brown trout. So it looks like the water is high today. There were some storms. It is not murky, so I'm not worried about throwing that really bright one. So I think I'm gonna start with the white spinner, because that's a good one for winter time. It's a little small. It's smaller than the jerkbait, so it's not as intimidating and big for the trout to eat. This I like to get the rooster tails in the bigger size, and the Panther Martins in the smaller. This is a decent size. I could probably catch really any size trout. So yeah, I'm just gonna put that on my ultralight rod and get casting. Alright, so there is a fly fisherman that just got here. He's fishing up by the bridge. I wanted to try there, but he's there now. It's fine. I mean, it's not a great spot, but maybe he won't be there for too long. So the spinners, you can really cast anywhere, but for the trout, you're gonna want to cast in current. They like to stay in current. Not so much in the wintertime. They might not. Oh, I just had a bite right in the current. Since it's colder in the winter, they might not be in the current as much as in the summer or in the spring. But it's warmed up a bit today. So oh my gosh, look at that! Third cast on the white spinner. There we go. That usually doesn't happen. He followed it all the way up and bit it real close. Look at that. Whew. Beautiful wild brown. Let this guy go. There he goes. Get him back in quickly. So yeah, I was just casting this current, and he followed it all the way in and bit it. When you're fishing a spinner, it's important to make sure the fish aren't too aware, they can't get a great look at the lure, because a spinner, it's just a flash coming through the water, and it could resemble a minnow, and the fish don't really, they have to react quickly. So, and that's what kind of causes the bites, is the fact that they can't really see all of the imperfectness of the spinner. So getting it in fast current is important to make it even more hard to tell what the lure is to the trout, because it's moving with the current, and you want a steady pace, not too fast. You could change it up, but definitely not too slow. And with the rooster tail and the panther martin, the blades spin very well. Oh, I just had another bite. The blades spin very well with these two different spinner brands. The panther martin is an amazing spinner. Rooster tail aren't as good, but still work very well. Just got to make sure the blades are spinning. You want the trout to see it, but you don't want them to get too good of a look. Also, when you're fishing, especially in a hole like this, you want to make sure you cast to the other, as close to the other side as possible, just so you can get the blades moving as quick as possible, and so that the lure will be in the water for as long as possible. So if you cast into the middle of the hole, that could be right where the trout are sitting, but they're not going to have enough time, and it's not going to look as natural. So if you get it past them and bring it in, and then so that it's kind of coming towards them and passing by, it'll look much more natural and more appealing. I'm feeling good about today. Already caught one. I had 2 bites pretty quickly, so I'm hopeful. Alright, so after you cast, you don't want to fish for the wilds for too long, because they are a smart species of fish and learn pretty quickly. Oftentimes, if you miss one and it feels that hook, it will not bite again. So it's good to keep it moving, especially when you're using moving reaction baits like a spinner or a crankbait. And oftentimes, I'll walk down with a spinner or a jerkbait and then come back with a trout magnet, which is what I think I'll do with this hole, because I think there might be some fish closer to the bottom that will come up for like a little trout magnet, which might resemble like a fly or something, or a little bug. Oh my gosh, I have one. Ooh, I gave it a little tug because I thought I saw something following it, and right after that tug, this guy swooped in and took the spinner probably 5-10 minutes after the last fish. Another beautiful wild, about the same size as the last one. Again, hooked on the bottom with one hook, so I don't need to get the pliers out. Another one. So this, usually you would use a spinner, just a straight retrieve, but what I did was I gave it a little tug, just to like kind of pull it away from any fish that could possibly be following it, and make them kind of cause a reaction strike. And that is most likely what happened, because I tugged it and he bit immediately. So I thought I may have saw something following it, and I was right. I have hope for this hole, so I'm gonna work it a little more thoroughly with a trout magnet. Alright, once you have your jig head tied on, you just want to thread the trout magnet down the hook. I usually put the lighter side on the bottom, just because on pretty much any fish, the white will be on the bottom and the more camouflage will be on the top. You can really do it however you want. I'm pretty sure when you buy these trout magnets, it already comes with one on the hook, which is always nice. But there you go, it's about halfway up the soft plastic, so it's pretty easy to do these guys. Yeah, I just got that tied on there. And I'm gonna just try jigging it and letting it drift with the current too. Surprised I haven't got one in here. Maybe because that fly fisher, it looked like he kind of walked right through the middle of the hole, which is not ideal. Or, you know, they could just not be buying the trout magnet today. That can happen. If I don't get one, or at least a bite in this next hole, I'll probably switch to something else. So that should be a sign that the trout magnet might not do the move. You also don't want to make sure you're not moving it too fast, so you want to keep it at a nice depth. Oh, I think I had a bite. But you want to keep it at a nice depth though, so that it's not right on the surface, but obviously you don't want to get snagged. Oh, there we go. Pretty quick into the cast. Another smaller. Oh my gosh. Man, that guy was even smaller than the last few. Fell off literally right here. Man, that sucks, but that's good. I at least got one on the trout magnet. He was real little. Oh my gosh! Again, I was just letting it drift, twitching it along the way. I saw like maybe 8-incher, beautiful colors come up and just barely take it. I don't really think he had it too well. That was amazing. Okay, we're here at the bridge spot. I haven't fished here in a bit. I'm excited to see how it is. I still have that trout magnet on. Yeah, I'm gonna put the crankbait on. Like, while it's better for larger fish, I can tell the small fish are definitely active today. And I'm sure there are some big ones that are active. And I want to show you guys how to use it too, so I'm gonna throw it on. Alright, I got the natural color on. This is one of my favorite colors. I do really love the silver and black, but I went with this because it looks just like a minnow. And then also the brown trout color for murky water, and then the red one for murky water. So with these jerk baits, a lot of people I see, they just do a straight retrieve. Now that can work, but that is not how you want to do it. So what you want to do is cast it out there just like all the other lures, as close to the other side as you can, or as far away from the middle as possible. And you just want to get it out there and just go twitch. You could do either 1, 2, or 3 twitches. Sometimes, if they are very active and aggressive, they'll just want to go twitch after twitch. It got tangled that time, but that can work. But you just want to twitch pause, and just reel along the way to keep the slack in, and just kind of just go like this. Now in the winter time, you might want to leave more of a pause, but pretty much you want to keep it quick, because these trout, like with the spinner, you want to keep it moving, and you don't want to give them too much of time to look at it, because from far away it might look natural to a trout, but when you get closer you might notice the lip, swivel, the 2 big treble hooks. So you want to keep it moving so that they have to react quickly. And this well, I think I said this, but very good in rapids and faster holes. It's not really too great for slow. It can work in slow, but in slow holes, I'd probably choose something more like a trout magnet or a spinner. But I love using these guys and in faster water. And I really do like this one too, because I think it's 2 1/4 inches. 2 is pretty probably the ideal length, but it's not too much bigger. It's very slim and it's heavy, so you can cast this thing as far as you need. And it's just it's probably I have one. I was saying it's probably my that's a nice one. Oh, look at that. Oh, there we go. That's the best one of the day. There we go. Oh my, that is awesome. Glad I brought him up there because he fell off right away. All right, there we have it. Very beautiful brown trout. Give this guy a little revive because he fell there, but he should be good. Yep. Kicked off. That was awesome. But yeah, I was saying this is probably my favorite jerk bait to use for trout. Just the weight is amazing. They have a huge color selection. Price isn't too bad because I see most people using the Rapalas, and those can be like $10 to $12, which is ridiculous considering how much better these are. For $7, it's a great price. The hooks are great, and the weight, it's just a great lure. Probably my favorite wild trout lure. Some other tips you might want to know for trout fishing is use light line, because they can be very smart and pick out heavy line very easily. Definitely I wouldn't use braid because it stands out much more. I use mono. Never really tried fluoro, but you want to make sure you wear darker clothes because their eyesight is good too. So they see you in a big red shirt, they will definitely notice you and be a lot more aware of what's going on. And also make sure you don't if you're gonna be waiting, make sure you're not too loud, because the sound travels through the water very quick and very loudly, and they can hear it, and it'll definitely spook them. That also goes for speaking too, but the walking around is very important, to be quiet. Man, that water is beautiful. I think it looks blue like that because the bottom, it might be some sort of like silt or something like that, probably washed down and just got caught during the storm and got caught there. That's really cool. Here's coming up on this really good spot. Looks like no one's here. This is kind of neat. Main Creek is up there, but I guess this little feeder filled up during the storm because it's not running anymore. But here's a little pool right here. Ultra clear. Don't see any minnows or anything. I'd be very surprised if there was a trout in that. Oh my gosh, I had one. Oh, I cast it at the bottom in this really fast part, and I wasn't really expecting anything, but he kind of had it like halfway back. Dang. That was on the crankbait again. So I'm just walking back. Notice this big hole in the ground. Looks like it goes pretty far. What do you think that is? There's another, and there's a tiny one. There's another one. It's weird because this is like, there's usually a ton of reeds in this field, but it's the winter, so it's all gone. I guess there's just little animals that live out here, have their little burrows. So I'm just gonna take a few casts at these holes where I caught them in the beginning. for the last like 10-15 minutes. See if I can get any last second on this crankbait. Maybe a big one. But did really well today. I'm honestly surprised because I don't usually get them too well this time of year. But it is kind of the perfect day. The temperature right now is 46 degrees. I'm just wearing like a hoodie and I'm not too cold or too hot. Perfect weather for a day of fishing. It has heated up this week. It's starting to heat up, so that must be why they're biting better. And maybe just since the creek is probably starting to clear up, maybe yesterday and today. So maybe they couldn't hunt as well when it was murky. I'm not sure. I haven't really figured their feeding habits out too well, but I do know the essential lures, and that's what I showed you guys today. Hopefully this video helps you choose some good lures for not any ridiculous price, but my personal favorites and the ones that I believe will work the best. And I caught a fish on each one of them, except for that little panther martin, but I got one on that other spinner. I actually got two on that other spinner, the rooster tail. But yeah, there you have it. There's the essential lures that are the best to have for wild trout. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, share with your friends, and we will see you in the next one.